Hi friends, good evening. So welcome to the webinar session. Is my voice audible?
Yes, yes.
So this is Srinivas from 360 TMG. So today we are going to discuss one deep learning library, that is THEANO. So THEANO is a Python library that allows user to define, optimize and evaluate mathematical expressions in multi-dimensional arrays. So this is the purpose of THEANO. So we can perform mathematical expressions very accurately by using this library. Yes. So today, so after completion of this webinar, we come to know just what is THEANO library in Python and how to find that how we can unstable expressions we can simplify by using THEANO. And THEANO can make use of recent GPUs and execute some part of expressions. So what is CPU, GPU? So that things also we will discuss in this webinar. Okay. Yeah. So coming to some introduction part in THEANO. So it can be, it is a library. Actually, present we are not using. Just it is replaced by the TensorFlow. But around 2007, at the time onwards, so people started using this library for fast math calculations, and it can compatible for CPU as well as GPU. So some sentence I want to give. So regarding this, what is CPU and what is GPU, and even in our system CPU, it can handle a wide range of tasks. But even though it is limited to the concurrency, so it is limited to concurrency, so that is overcome by the GPUs. And in CPUs, the cores are some less, but in GPUs, more cores will be present. And single processing is possible in case of CPU, but by using of GPU, so parallel processing is work. So parallel processing, that's why it is used in gaming applications. So why I am saying this CPU and GPU, because so this THEANO library can work both CPUs as well as GPU. Okay. Yeah. Next. So the agenda of this program is so introduction to THEANO and why to choose this THEANO. Then after we will discuss about installation part and the code what we have. Yeah. So THEANO is a Python library, okay? So that allows us evaluate mathematical expressions. So math expressions, when we are doing deep learning projects and etc., we will come across with various math models and including multi-dimensional arrays. So multi-dimensional arrays, so we know just we can prepare and we can write the multi-dimensional arrays by fitting a list inside another list. By nesting of the list, we can make the multi-dimensional arrays. Multi-dimensional means so more than two-dimensional. So that multi-dimensional arrays concept accurately we can solve by using this concept, and it is mostly used in building deep learning projects. So deep learning projects like face detection and recognition system, so it is one of the deep learning project. And next, neural network development, and one of the project we can say that is traffic design, recognition and classification. So in that these deep learning projects, so we can use this THEANO library to get the accurate results. Yeah, and THEANO attains high speeds that gives a tough computations to C implementations for problems involving large amount of data. So while we are going with a large amount of data, large amount of big data and etc. If suppose in case while we are without THEANO library, so we have different libraries to deal with large data sets and etc. But sometimes what we will do, just we can use like ILOC method I mean, instead of taking of large amount of data, we can take some amount of data and we can do some prediction analysis and etc. etc. But THEANO, it is one hand, so it can take the total data and give the required information what we need. So with the analysis is possible for large amount of data. This is the one of the advantage of this library, and it knows how to take structures and convert them into a very efficient code. I mean, by using NumPy and SciPy, just by using that concept, it can prepare or it can give a nice code for us, which can work for our project. And it is mainly designed to handle the computation required for large neural network algorithm. Just that is in deep learning concept. Yeah. So this is the main purpose of THEANO library in case of deep learning projects as well as neural network algorithms. Yeah. So anyway, just at this time, I want to give some more information. Actually, yes, you may think just at present we are not using more this THEANO library. So because this is replaced by TensorFlow. Yeah, the huge information we will get. But at this time, anyway, I am explaining about THEANO library. So some difference I want to give regarding THEANO library as well as TensorFlow library. Yeah. So this THEANO library is completely Python based library, but TensorFlow, it is C++ and Python based library. So it can work in C++ as well. Yeah. And it is having single CPU. I mean, it can use only one CPU, but coming to TensorFlow, so we can use one or more than CPUs. So more number of CPU also possible. Next, compared to the speed, the processing speed, what I'm saying here, the moderate compile speed for THEANO, the speed of THEANO just somewhat moderate. Coming to TensorFlow, so it is a fast compiling speed. The speed of that one is more, and popularity also THEANO somewhat less. Okay, but here if you see the differences between THEANO and TensorFlow, you may have one doubt. So anyway, we have less features than TensorFlow, less processing speed, and it is using only one CPU and moderate popularity. Just why we need to discuss or why we need to learn about this topic, because so before of TensorFlow in machine learning, deep learning model, this plays an important role. That is the first thing. And second thing is, so we have GPUs, a single GPU and multi GPU. So single GPU means only single graphics card, and multi GPU stands for multi graphics cards. So in case of single GPU, the performance is excellent. So THEANO will perform very better, excellent in case of single GPU. But in case of a multi GPU, again the TensorFlow dominates. Yeah. So just my intention is, even with this THEANO also we have some benefits. So that benefits I want to cover in this webinar. Yeah. So let us go to the next slide. So what is THEANO? Okay. Yeah, anyway, what is THEANO? It is one of the deep learning library in Python, and it was the first libraries of its kind. Development started in 2007 only. So it is 2021. So I said it is old. Okay, at that time some revolution is occurred at the time of 2007, and it is considered an industry standard for deep learning research and development at that time, 2007. THEANO is an open source project and open source library. So under BSD license, and was developed by Lisa, and the name is changed now, and University of Montreal, Quebec, and Canada. And the name is THEANO. So it is because of after a Greek mathematician. They just because of his role, his effort in the case of subject, the name is given for this library. Yeah, and it uses a host of clever code optimization to squeeze as much performance. So means the performance, excellent performance we can get. I mean, we can get by using this THEANO. And the actual syntax of THEANO expressions is symbolic, and so which can be putting to beginner. I mean, if the normal person starting working on the projects, so definitely it is easy to understand, and the expressions also very simple, compile, and easily the calculations also we can implement by using this concept of THEANO, and specially designed to handle the types of computation required for large neural network. Already I have explained. This point is repeated here. Yeah. Yes, and important features. So the important feature, and it is a hybrid between NumPy, numerical calculation. So NumPy, nothing but it is a Python library. As we know, we can discuss about arrays, matrices, and EXA. We can discuss by using the concept of NumPy as scientific calculation. So it is a hybrid, means combination of these two. The total benefits of these two will be added to this library. So it is an attempt to make a combine the two into powerful library. So by both of this, it becomes very powerful. And the advantages, stability optimization. So stability optimization in the sense, so THEANO can find out some unstable expressions. Or unstable expressions, I can, and simply I can say some math expressions will be, some derivative will be, suppose f dash x is greater than 0, or unstable in the sense, suppose whenever a low value increases in the expression, sudden increases in the other value. So one value is increasing, or some less changes in a particular value, and more changes in another variable. So such type of things are called instability. So that instability concept will be modified by this THEANO, and execution speed is anyway excellent. So as mentioned earlier, THEANO, so it can work both, even CPUs it can work, and it can work in GPUs, to making it much faster. And coming to symbolic differentiation, THEANO is smart enough to automatically create symbolic graphs and computer gradient. Yeah, so one simple example I can give, just that is, suppose one person, just he need to, actually he is, his building is constructed by someone, but he want to know, so how they are, it is around 24 floors of building. Okay, so because of due to some other work, he is located in another place, but he want to know how the construction is. So to simply, if normal image cannot give more accurately, so he want to view more accurately. So he need this like the THEANO library, so GPU, so that how the building is designed, everything he can get by using this concept. Okay. Yeah, so this is the main information, so regarding this THEANO library. And next step, we are going to do some hands-on. So many codes are there, but I have tried this THEANO library with simple code. So before that simple code, do you have any doubts, please ask? Okay, just if we notice what point we have discussed about this library. First thing is, it is a deep learning library, first point. And it is very famous in the years of 2007. Yeah, they use it is for simplifying a large amount of data set, and it is helped at that time to simplify the complex computation math solutions. Yeah, and then it is introduced by somebody, and these are the some standard some advantages of this. Even we have some disadvantages. So the disadvantage, if you ask, so I can say it can work on single CPU, and the compiling speed also moderate. But the one point, that is, in case of single GPU, yeah, speed is maximum. Yes, friends. Yeah. So I think you are not having any doubts. So let us start. Let us start hands-on with this THEANO. Okay. Yeah. So first, installation part. So installation depends on okay, type of operating system. So normally we can say just pip install THEANO. Yeah. Yes. So if you want, actually I have installed already THEANO. Just you want to install, just you can type in console, that is pip install THEANO. Okay. Yes. So it will take some time to install. So yeah, so requirement already satisfied. The thing is, already I have installed THEANO in my local system. So if you want to install, just you can type pip install THEANO. Then you here one thing you need to follow. So after installing this library, you may need to restart the kernel. You can able to see that line. So kernel to use updated package. So if you, this is a one rule we need to follow. Just after installing the THEANO for the first time, not all time, just you need to go to here and start the restart kernel. Yes, I want to restart. Yes. Now first import the THEANO. So already I have downloaded the THEANO library in my system. So I want to import, just import THEANO. One minute. So here I need to select. Just 1 minute. Yeah, okay, friend. Just I think it is due to some system configurations, but I can explain here. See here. So it is very simple thing. Just we need to import this THEANO, and we can install here pip install THEANO. So it will take some time to install the package in your system. After you need to restart. Then from THEANO import tensor. So the tensors are simply nothing but mathematical objects, and that can be used to describe physical properties like scalars and vectors. Okay. So then after, let us declare the variables. A is equal to tensor dot d scalar. So d scalar is nothing but decimal value will be created. So let us create two decimal values. A is one decimal value and B is another decimal value. So then after, let us create a simple expression. The simple expression is nothing but C. So C is nothing but A plus B, and convert that expression into a callable object. Callable means just let's say we can define that we can call, and F is equal to, yeah, THEANO dot function. So the intention of this thing is, so we have created two tensor dot scalar. I mean two decimal values we have created, and we need to add the two decimal values, and result should be placed in the C, and bind 1.5 to A and 2.5 to B, and A value we can take as 1.5, B value it should be 2.5, and both will be added as C. So finally, the 4.0, I mean A value is equal to 1.5 we have given, and 2.5 B value, and the both total sum is equal to 4.0. So in this way, here we can create one simple mathematical expression, and same expression, so you can do by using subtraction, multiplication, or some divisions, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. So this is the hands-on of piano. So actually it should be work, but why it is? Yes. Yeah, friends, can you any doubts you have, please try to ask. Yes, I can try to clarify. Yeah, I have done. Just 1 minute I am checking. Just please hold on. It will be solved. Friend, just maximum here we have discussed about the THEANO library. Just it is anyway old, but where it is used. So where what is the importance in some days years ago? So that I have explained. Just give me 1 minute of time. Just I can try in another ID. Just I will get back to you within 1 minute. If it not, just I can conclude the topic. Okay. Just please 1 minute. Yeah, actually, yeah, I have used this thing. Before of this session also I tried something. I think I have restarted my system, so that only just it is not working. But the issue with my system only, so it definitely it can work. Yeah, and some questions I have. Yes, sir, restart kernel. Just I did, but unable. And open, I think Anaconda, cause I have same issue by process it worked. Okay, import tensor. Okay, that also not working here. Can you please give me the example after import the CSV file and use for THEANO library? How it work? Yeah, you asked a good question, but it is some little bit complications we will get while working with a CSV file, because I said already. So it can work as well CPU and GPU. At present, sometimes I cannot able to execute that thing. I have tried to give. Yeah, but because it is totally replaced by TensorFlow, that thing only we are using in our deep learning project. So we did not get that, but in future if we get, we can share to you. Just I will take your question. So while we are adding into the recommended lab, if it possible, just I can add that Python code along with CSV file what you asked. Yeah, it will work. I will try to here. Now, what are the most common important problems of deep learning for which THEANO library user? So the problems what we are facing is In case of multi GPU, so what we are getting, the speed, what the again complications we are getting. Yeah, because of multi GPU. Single GPU, this is the best option, but at present we are using multi GPU. So in that cases it will not work, so that's why we are not using. So this, the thing is that the intention of this topic is some old topic I have taken to you to explain some information. Yeah. Yeah, still any questions, friends? You can.
Hi, Srinivas. What you are showing in the panel, what you are
Yeah,
getting, the result,
yeah.
what we are going to get the result. I didn't understand
You,
that result.
you will get the result same. The result, what result you will get, right? You are asking.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. The result.
Hello, Srinivas, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. 1 minute. Okay, sorry for. Yeah. So
Okay.
here the intention is we will take two decimal values as our code says. So two decimal values, scalar, d scalar 1, d scalar 2. So it is assigning values as 2, that is 1.5 and 2.5. So just the sum is stored in C. So I did not take any a complex mathematics problem here. I have taken only a simple mathematics problem that gives the sum of two numbers. Okay. Yeah, just what we have just some days ago happened that I want to inform here. We the result also we will get the sum of C is nothing but a plus b, that is 4.0. So we may not get any most complications here after executing this. Yeah.
We need to give the values of 1.5 for A and 2.5
Uh,
for B, like
yeah,
this.
see, yeah, that one only. Yes, that one only you will get. A value 1.5, B is 2.5, and the C is nothing but 4.0.
Yeah.
Okay. See, we have lot of possibilities. See, actually, we can do a lot of machine learning projects already implemented at the time. Yeah, but the procedure, even if I want to take a standard code to explain, this is the time is not suitable. Yeah,
Okay.
but I am giving the information. So the advantages at the time of THEANO, etc., etc., I have given. So if you are
Mhm.
interested, you can go through. And anyway, our friend asked, right? Yeah, some one of the problem statement. Definitely, I think it will be added to the recorded videos to you. So at that time, I can share that file. Yeah, that's fine. A very simple problem I faced. I have shut down my system after my personal work. Then I opened. It is showing this error. I did not expect this error. I tried everything, but here showing. Sometimes happens like this. So what are the most common important problem? Most important problem is I answered already this. Uh, we unable to simplify problem in case of, because the years are passing, the technologies are changes, and we are come across with a large number of data science and etc etc. So at that time they compatible with CPU and GPU, but now for present problems it is not holding. That's why, that's why if it is correct, if it is excellent, they can use, right? They are why they go for another. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, friends. Any doubts, please ask. Otherwise, have a nice day. Bye.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
sure, sure, Dilip. Okay, sure, I can. Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, I tried the code, but it
Mm.
did not show the any error, but I did not understand the output.
Yeah, can you share your screen, please?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that is my system problem. I said right already. That code will work.
Is this visible, sir?
Ah, yes, I can able to see. Hmm.
Is this visible, sir?
Yes, visible. Yeah, tell me what is your doubt.
Where is the output?
Yeah, I said right. Yeah, the particular output is nothing but the value which we are defining. So here two values we define. See, first import to piano. Yeah, first we imported that, and from piano import to tensor. So
Yes,
tensor
sir.
is again one type of function. So which can take some decimal value, which can define some decimal values. Like you have taken a is equal to tensor dot d scalar. So from tensor, let us define one float value. B also similarly. So two float values we have created, and f is the function piano dot function a comma b comma c. So up to here, the intention is let us take any two float values, and the sum of that float values is equal to c. So c is equal to a plus b. Now what I did, just I have taken 4 and I adjusted in between. Enough. I did not do any complex problem here. Just I have to asset 4 point mean just I have to take 4 value that should be adjusted between 1.5 and 2.5. You know. Yeah, just you may not get particular output anyway. If it is working also, you may not get particular output. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, you can stop sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Bye.